Hello and welcome to Leipold Field for the second game of the Ellenville Varsity Blue Devil Boys soccer team season. And this is my first soccer game of the season. This is Mr. Buckler joining you on the commentary mic. And we are here, as I mentioned, for game 2 of Maxwell Mead and the Blue Devil Boys soccer team's season. They are currently 1-0 after a wonderful 6-0 victory had on Friday. Today is Monday, September the 9th. It is at 4:21 p.m. We are at Leipold Field on a beautiful sunny day. I'm going to give a big shout out to Benny on the camera. And a big shout out to former Blue Devil player here cheering on his former teammates, Mr. Willie Calderon. I know he's not the only alumni here to cheer on the Blue Devils. But today we have Ellenville versus Onteora. Ellenville coached by Maxwell Mead. And they're going to be featuring Spen Vustovic in goal. Alongside him will be Alex Pauly, Jeremiah Irwin, Justin Giuliano, Dylan Corset, Tyler Lamondola, Adrian Bowers, Kashar Biswaz, Noah Hemstreet, Nerman Ibrich, Alex Pauly, and Jeremiah Irwin. Those are your, I think I mentioned them. Those are your Blue Devil starters for Onteora today, coached by Eric Pizzello. They're going to be featuring in goal Jackson Scanlon. And then outfield we have Falcon Kraus, Jake Stern, Brian McHugh, Dan Rose, Axel Roberts, Loic Rowles, Sam Buono, Lucian McNemy, Simon Rands, and Zach Howenstein. And right now I think you're getting a shot of the Blue Devil huddle. And the Blue Devils wearing all blue today with the yellow or the gold trim, gold numbers. And on the right side, their opponents today, Onteora, are going to be playing in the white shirts, black shorts, white socks. And we'll find out in just a moment which way the two sides are going to be facing. So Ellenville's opening victory came at Highland on Friday, September the 6th. There were goals from Kashar Biswaz with 2, Alex Pauly with 2, Gavin Baxter with 2. And the assists came from Gavin Baxter, Alex Pauly, Justin Giuliano, Brandon Guber, Kashar Biswaz. And saves, Spen Vustovic made 1. So it was indeed a very successful opening game of the season. This is game 2 against Onteora, a Mahal Division 3 game. Next up will be Wednesday, September 11th at Spackenkill. On this Friday, September 13th, they'll be at Rhinebeck. Next Monday, they'll be at Onteora. Those are all Mahal Division 3 games. And then next Friday, September 20th, it will be at Rondout for a non-league game. So a few away games coming up in a row. The next home game after today will be on Monday, September 23rd against Spackenkill. So both sides breaking the huddles as we get ready to begin. I read Coach Mead's match report this morning from the last game, and he was delighted with the progress and with the development of the team. They lost quite a few starting seniors at the end of last season. And so this year, last game, in fact, 5 players got either their varsity debut or their varsity starting debut. And they obviously did pretty well. They won 6-0. So we'll see today. That was on the road. This is their first home game of the season here at Leipold Field. So in the bright orange shirt in goal, number 99, Spen, making only his second varsity start now. Right in front of him, Justin Giuliano, one of the captains, number 15. It looks like you've got number 5 at right back defense, Nerman Ibrich. 2 stoppers in front of Giuliano and Dylan Corset, and that's him on the ball right here. He's going to pass it to Giuliano, who'll try to find Nerman. And already Blue Devils playing it backwards under some pressure. And he went to ground fairly easily there. Cleared down the line. Saved it from a throw. Now number 24 has it for Blue Devils. That's Jeremiah Irwin. He pushes down the right. Lifts it over the defender's head. A little far for the 23, Alex Pauly, to get on the end of. And that's going to be out for Onteora goal kick. So Onteora goalkeeper in the purple, number 99, Jackson Scanlon. And Onteora, as you can tell, going from right to left in the white shirts. Blue Devils going from left to right. Oh, number 6, Noah Hemstreet with a high clearance. And here's Kashar Biswaz, number 7. Tries to slow up the play. Wants to build the ball up from the middle. No need to hoof it. He'll want to get on the score sheet today. You've got Baxter left wing, who is a little bit inside for him to get that one. Yep, front 23, Alex Pauly. Looks like he's got Gavin Baxter on his left wing and Jeremiah Irwin on the right wing. And right behind 23, Alex Pauly, is Kashar Biswaz, number 7. Number 8 in the center of the park, Adrian Barros. And cleared forward from the left defensive back, Tyler Lamandola. And the two defensive centers, I guess the 5 and the 12, or the 5 might be the right defensive player, so the 12, Dylan Corset playing stopper, Giuliano as sweeper, launching it forward. And Baxter gets one of his first touches of the game. Onteora now pressing down the right side. They've got a 2-on-2. If you can look up, there's a man in the box. He's going to try to find him. Poor cross in the end. Could be the first goal kick for Spen in goal. Now Spen Vustovic, as I mentioned, making only his second ever varsity start. And he is a junior. And in fact, William Calderon could maybe confirm this. Did Spen play any minutes in varsity last year in goal? This is his first year playing varsity keeper, right? So, yep, Spen's second ever game at varsity level. A nice touch by the 21 to get inside the 5. And Kashar is there to catch up. But nice attacking from the 21 of Onteora. That's Falcon Kraus. Now 9, Sambuono to throw it in. And the Ellenville number 3 being told he needs a penny. I think it's Mark Anthony Perez, perhaps. But yep, needs a penny, so he's not confusing the referees for offsides and number of players on the field. Quick throw is blocked by Onteora. Amendola gives it back to Onteora. Nice cut back by Ellenville's number 15, Justin Giuliano. Jeremiah has options right and left of him. The 23, I think he was shooting from distance there. A little bit far to test the keeper. Alex Pauly, sophomore. Onteora attacking, but weak ball played inside. Now Onteora, though, has a good chance here. Going to have to be accurate in this clearance. And he was, number 5, Nerman Ibrich. So it'll be a throw-in on this near side. Onteora 5, Zach Howenstein to swing this one in. It's a decent delivery, good header, and it falls in to the back post. Excellent set piece from Onteora, the number 17, getting on the score sheet early here. That's Jake Stern for Onteora. Scoring, and we've only been playing for about 10 minutes into this first half, and that was a well-worked set piece. One thing that Spen does not have going for him is height. And that was a well-delivered corner kick, lofted in, a solid header to the back post, and it was out of reach for Vustovic in the Blue Devil goal. So Onteora takes a 1-0 lead here at Leipold Field. So a nice goal by number 17, Jake Stern of Onteora. That'll give Onteora some confidence. 24 lays it off. It's the 23. Paulie's going to look to the wing. It's a heavy ball. And the 6, under pressure from Falcon Kraus, puts it out. Noah Hemstreet, the 6 for Blue Devils. Puts it out for a goal kick. Onteora plays it short. Baxter closes. And now they attack down the center. The 15 holds it up. Dylan has it in the center. Plays a 1-2 with the 23. And nice quick footwork to find Noah Hemstreet. Once again, one-on-one with Falcon Kraus. He gets inside of him. I think he wins the corner kick this time. So that'll be a good battle that's developing early in this first half between Hemstreet and Kraus. Baxter has it. He may play it short to Giuliano. Giuliano plays it short to Baxter. He may lay off inside to Giuliano, who has a strong left foot. He's going to chip it up, and keeper makes an easy catch. But a nice idea from the Blue Devils there to perhaps lift it over the keeper's head. Good switch to find the 21, Falcon Kraus. Lays it inside to the 5, but Kashar Biswas is there. Nutmeg on Kraus by Kashar Biswas. Hemstreet with a 1-2. He's got 24 ahead of him. He plays it to the 24. He tries the return pass. Kashar will try to keep this, and he's going to win a corner kick against the number 9, Sam Buono. Once again, Giuliano pushes up. Gavin Baxter again. See what routine they can work. They do the short technique. He's going to lay it off. Maybe too heavy for Giuliano to get to. He has to take a touch, and now he'll strike it and just cut it back too much. That's the same corner kick routine they've tried twice now. So Onteora will start to get hip to it if they try it a third time. Don't forget, Onteora scored from their first corner kick. And a weak, I think there was a shot in the end from number 6, Noah Hemstreet. Maybe he was looking for the through pass. Oh, and 5, Ibrich with a weak touch. Just leaves it for the Onteora player, who now breaking through. He's under pressure from Blue Devils. And solid first proper save for Spen. He'll think about drop kicking this, and he launches it into the Onteora half. Hemstreet tries to clear it over his head, but straight into the center of the park where there's no Blue Devil to get there. And a missed kick from Lamondola. He'll put it out for throw. Good flick from the Onteora 17. Jake Stern, goal scorer in about the 10th minute of this first half. Giuliano will take this goal kick. Drills it, looking for Paulie. Now Hemstreet has it on the wing with a few feet of space. Plays it inside. It's going to bounce up nice for the goalkeeper. Shout out to the girls varsity soccer team. Just got done with practice. A nice pass through now to the 20. Can he get it before it goes out? I think he's going to get called offside. That was close, though. I think the 20 is Loic Roels. He's only 20, I see. I think they did call it back for offside. But, if I could see a replay of that might have been closer than it seemed. So far, Onteora having the better of the possession in the center of the park. Number 15 might think about striking this, but good touch by the 5. He'll just put it out of danger. It's Nerman Ibridge for Blue Devils. It's like some substitutions. Our first one of the game. Going to be Falcon Kraus on the left wing, number 21 coming out for the number 2 for Onteora. That's Jackson Spiota, or Spiota. Lamendola's there. Kishar plays it behind Hemstreet, who decides to push. He's up against the 20, gets past him. The 2 just fresh off the bench is in front of him. Played inside to Jeremiah, and he can't quite find the 23. And there's a pretty good crowd here to watch this varsity game at Leipold Field. As I mentioned, the girls' varsity team just got done with practice here at Leipold, so there's a few of them around to watch the game. But plenty of parents and fans for both sides, for Ellenville and Onteora here this afternoon. It's a beautiful day, so why not come out and watch a game of soccer? Paulie mistimes that jump. There's not a lot of height in the Blue Devil roster this season. Justin Giuliano, probably the tallest player, and if one of the only players who's anywhere close to 6 feet tall. Giuliano's probably slightly taller than 6 feet, but the rest of the squad, I would say, are all under 6 foot. Maybe Hemstreet or the Adrian Barros would be your next 2 tallest players, but otherwise it's a pretty short roster. Maybe the 24. Jeremiah Irwin might be one of the taller players. Kishar hustling to get the ball back. He's going to get it before he goes to ground. No foul. Adrian Barros, strong, gets it to Baxter. He tries to clip it through, but a little bit too heavy. And the Onteora keeper collects and thinks about rolling it left. Changes his mind. He's going to drop kick it instead. Oh, yep. Giuliano gets a good head. Paulie's going to chase, but I think it's going to go out for a throw. Volley clearance, which is going to bounce backwards if they can read the bounce. Baxter will shoot. And it's going to roll wide. Nerman finds Kishar. Inside to Paulie. Tries to find Baxter. And good hustling from Paulie. He's going to find Baxter a second time. Baxter with a great chance to lift it over the keeper, and he does! What a strike by Gavin Baxter. Very composed right there. On about 20 minutes gone in this game, he gets the high fives and congratulations. What a strike by Gavin Baxter. About 20 minutes into this first half. And that was all made from the excellent play from the center forward for Ellenville, number 23, Alex Pauly. He tried to find Baxter on his left side the first time. It was cut out by the defender, but then he hustled to win it back, did win it back, and then laid Baxter off a second time. And Baxter was through on goal, but didn't blast it low, didn't blast it at the keeper. Instead, lifted it over the goalie to the far post. And that was a beautiful, composed strike. So substitution for Blue Devils, number 19 is on. That's Brandon Guba. And Guba, not sure who he came on for. Here he is on the wing. Gonna say a foul.
Win it in the air!
Oh, I think he's on for Jeremiah Irwin, the 24, came off for Guba. Brandon Guba, number 19, junior. And we're at 1-1 here at Leipold Field. Coach Meade will be delighted that his team has bounced back within 10 minutes. Pauly finds Corsett, who's pushed up. So far, only Giuliano in Ellenville's half. Ibrich tracks back. Pass finds him well. He's got plenty of time and space now to look up. Well blocked by Kashar. And now there's some space on this backside. Giuliano sweeps across to clean it up. His clearance hits number 5, Ibrich. And now Onteora with a heavy ball looking for the 20. Too heavy to find him in the end. That's looking for Loic Rolls at center forward. Hemstreet's going to get the better of the 2. But the 9 in front of him, not giving him anywhere to go. It's going to be a no-look clearance, which means it goes right to Ellenville player. Guba's going to get this. Well blocked by the 2. Jackson Spiota to put it out for, I think, a throw-in. Or maybe it is a corner kick. You can tell if Kevin Baxter comes over it. That's just a throw. Baxter instead at the top of the box, hoping for a rebound. Ball lofted in high. It does bounce to the top of the box, but to the 17 instead. It's a nice ball across to the 9. Oh, it's going to be a foul by Adrian Barrows, the number 8, on the striker, number 20, Loic Rolls. Just a slightly late challenge. Oh, it's a good flick on, or a good clearance, I should say. It's going to be Onteora corner kick. Now, they scored from their only previous corner kick. The first one they had of the game was on the opposite side. But they did get the opening goal through number 17, Jake Stern. So keep your eye on him. Again, he's one of the taller players right now at the top of the box. You can see they've got 4 players lined up, and you watch how they'll break. The 7 is standing on top of the Ellenville keeper. That's Lucian McMenemy. It's going to go near corner, near post. Number 6 can't quite redirect it. And the first phase is harmless, but Onteora is going to get it back. You could hear Giuliano there communicating, I think, to Ibrich. telling Ibrich to get in front of him because Giuliano needs to be the last line. That way he can run the offside trap on any Onteora forwards. But if he turns around and then sees his own defender further back than he is, that'll be playing that Onteora player onside. So it's going to be a free kick to be swung into the box. Played in low, so that should be easily cut out. Lamandola tried to find Paulie first time, but he could have perhaps run with it. So Falcon Kraus coming back in for the 20 of Onteora. Loic rolls. Dylan's got a man on.
Yeah, Dylan!
Giuliano plays it to him, and now Kashar. He's going to find the 6 Hemp Street. He's going to try to find Guba if he can get there first. Well played by the Onteora player to keep it in. Number 9 did well. That's Sam Buono. And the 17 might get this, but just took a heavy touch there, Jake Stern. Giuliano calls out Guba looking down the right wing. Ellenville sub number 4, like Chris Leone coming in. That'd be for the 6, Noah Hemstreet, I think. So Chris Leon Jr., number 4. Nice play by Kraus to keep it in. He may strike this from distance to test the keeper, and could have bounced badly, but instead it rolled right towards Spen Vustovic. He's got a good goal kick on him. I know there was a few different choices Ellenville could have made in goalkeeper this season. And now Spen's had the nod the first 2 games of the season, including this one. Nice play that time by Ibrich. Read the bounce well. Chris Leone gets his first touch of the half. And he just tried to bring it around the player, put it out for a goal kick. So about 30 minutes gone in this first half. The score is 1-1. Well headed back, but Erman's there for the second. Barrows to Kashar on his left foot. Pings it out wide, a little heavy, but Paulie can keep it in. Nice cutback from Paulie. He uses his left to put the cross in. Keeper gets a one-handed punch to it. Ellenville's number 8, Barrows, is going to strike it. And he had plenty of time to think about it. Just couldn't get his foot over the ball enough. And ends up slicing it wide, but nice attempt from number 8, senior Adrian Barrows. After the keeper made a half-hearted save to only push it out, but not catch it. 1-1 here. About 10 minutes to go until halftime. Onteora opening the scoring after 10 minutes through Jake Stern, and then on about 20 minutes, Gavin Baxter getting the equalizer for Ellenville. Been a pretty entertaining game of soccer so far. A few attempts for both sides. Ellenville growing into the game as it goes on. Kashar is going to get there with the header, but just too heavy. It's going to roll out for a throw. Barros is there, puts it out for throw. Giuliano will clean this up, may play it back to his keep, and he does. Keep cannot pick it up, and instead clears it up and out. And it's just out for a throw. It's going to be Onteora substitution. Looks like the 17. Jake Stern, the goal scorer, coming off for the 20. And that is Loic Rose. Started this game at center forward for Onteora. Kraus, who started the game left wing, now playing more centrally. Tries to play it through. And now Ellenville can try to build an attack. Chris has some space. He's going to look for Guba. Guba's going to keep at it. Chris is there to get it as well, and Ellenville's going to win the throw. Nice throw into the 23, Paulie. Baxter, Ellenville's goal scorer. Beats one player, he's going to have to cut this back with his left foot. And the ball's going to stay in. They're going to say that Baxter fouled him, I think, there when he turned around. Slight push. But I don't think there was a lot in that. Barros takes it away from Dylan Crosset. Tries to play it with Lamandola, who I think he's going to win the throw. Number 6, Noah Hemstreet's going to come in for Brandon Goob, I think. No? He's in for the 12. Dylan Corset. Goob is going to drop back to stopper. There he is. Giuliano quick to get across. He's going to think about clearing it. Instead, cuts back. Plays it inside to Barros, who's got a man on. Finds Kashar. Oh, and he just gets it stuck under his feet. Now Baxter has it. Just to shield the ball well. Still has it in a good position now. Lays it off to Guba. He might strike this with his right foot. He does strike it. Good save from the keeper, and he does a great job of punching that one over. Not the most graceful save from Jackson Scallon, but did enough to push it over the crossbar. And a good effort by Guba to strike with about 6 minutes to go in this first half. Had time to think about it and didn't blast it over or blast it wide. Got it on target. That's the main thing. Make the keeper work. And that he certainly did. Good save by Onteora's goalie. Nice corner kick. Well lofted. Keeper punches again. 3 punches in a row now. The last 3 crosses that have come in. But he has got something on it each of those 3 times. Ellenville maintains possession of the ball. Norman wants to recycle it to the right wing, but Guba's going to instead slow it down to Giuliano, who may look left to Amendola. He'll look even further forward than him, all the way to Baxter. Baxter gets his head up, finds Guba. He just had that strike. The wall pass goes to no one. And Blue Devils with some good pressure as we approach halftime. Trying to get a goal to give him a lead before the stroke of halftime. Oh, the header is actually going to go in Ellenville's favor. Baxter will let it bounce out for a corner kick. And the 23 will come across Alex Paulie to assist Baxter in taking it. Giuliano stays back for this corner. There's the short corner. Baxter gives it back to Paulie, who may strike it. He lofts it to the back post. Kashar's going to try to head it back across. And tried to get a head on it. Did get a little piece on it. Almost got it towards goal. So the 17 comes on for Onteora. The 5 comes off. That's Zach Howenstein coming off for Jake Stern. So Ellenville now out shooting Onteora in this first half. Certainly shots off and on target, but a good ball forward now. Giuliano will have to stay goal side of the number 2. And uses smarts. He's going to clear it right into the center to the 17. Not where you should ever clear the ball from defense. And a clearance is going to fall to Nerman, who can look down the line looking for Chris or to Kashar. Kashar has it. He's going to look forward. Perhaps the Hemstreet. Chris can let it go for a throw. And Ellenville can recycle it and really push down the wing now. Chris can maybe get a cross on it. And good defending from the Onteora 9 to stop Leon from getting a cross in. Nicely trapped by the 21. Number 2 is going to maybe get there, not quite before Giuliano. Solid clearance in the end. But Onteora with it back on the ground. Played inside, blocked by Giuliano. He looks up to find the 6. He's going to bounce over the head of Hemstreet, but he'll hustle to get it. He's got it now. I was going to say he stepped on the ball a little bit there, no foul. Kashar with a solid tackle. Leon to get it back. And now Ibrich. And they're going to give the foul Ellenville's way. I think Leon perhaps thought it was given against him, but it goes Ellenville's way. Chris Leon hustling in this first half as we approach half time. Only about a minute or 2 to go. Giuliano will think to launch this one. He's looking to see who he can launch it for. He's only got the 23 in the box. And it's going to go that way. Going looking towards Baxter. Keeper jump comes out. Almost falls on his own player. But solid catch by Jackson Scanlon. And rolls it to the 7, who he almost jumped on top of, Lucian McMenemy. Bridge will get there first. Good touch from him. He's going to find Chris Leon. He's going to play it forward. Not a bad ball. Keeper will not come for it. Now he does. And the ball falls edge of the box to a strike from Hemstreet. And Ellenville really asking questions of Jackson Scanlon in the Onteora goal. Nice tackle from Kashar Bizwaz. No foul. Can get his head up, get the ball in. Bounces awkwardly. Onteora gets it away, but only as far as the corner flag. Number 11 comes out for Dylan Corset. That's Tyler Lamondola coming out, Corset in. And the 8 might be coming out as well, or he's going to left back, I think. Adrian Barros. No, he's also out. Here comes the corner kick. No, 11 still in, Tyler Lamondola. So we're very close to halftime now. Ball floated in. 23, Paulie mistimes the volley. Does a nice step over it, but not good enough to beat the Onteora defender. Clear back in. Hemstreet's going to look for Baxter. Onteora is not going to clear it as well as they'd like.
Yeah, Kashar!
Kashar strikes some distance. Ooh, it just goes too much inside this near post. So number 2, Ifratil Huck, comes in. Looks like he's coming in for Alex Pauly, the 23. Number 2, Ifratil. Going to play up front for the last few minutes in this first half.
No, that is almost. Oh my god. Could you imagine if you lucky bar field goal?
I'm a good brother. I bought you and Isaac a Roku.
Look at my sister staring at me. She's so creepy. She's like by the bar.
Number 2 cuts it back, but 11 reads it well, finds Baxter. He's going to look for Leon, just played behind him. Could have been in front of him because it's going to give Onteora a chance to recover. But he looks for Hemstreet, who just gets an unlucky bounce to put it out for Onteora throw. Good head by Kashar. Play down the line. Giuliano drops his shoulder and launches it downfield. And no back pass, even though it came off the Onteora player. Oh, no. Wild goal kick's going to come out for a throw. And maybe one more sub for Ellenville. Number 4, Chris Leon, coming out for the 9, Fernando Silva. Junior, number 9.
Sasha, does anybody talk in that damn class besides me?
Ibrich will perhaps look down the wing. Headed inside to Ifratil. It's going to stay in. Not quite.
Like, I'm taking 18 credits this year.
I already have that many credits.
Oh, and a high kick, but the ball got most of it, so no foul. Silva tries to get a first touch on the ball, and Onteora calmly plays it out of their box. Nice block by Ibrich. And a good block by Baxter. Kashar gets it back to Baxter. He's going to lay it back inside to Kashar. He can surely finish this off the post, but offside called against Kashar Biswas, as he would have made it 2-1. He played to the whistle, as they say. He did not stop. He placed his finish calmly just inside the post, but the whistle had gone for offside. So great attack and hustle from Blue Devils, but just offside. Score stands at 1-1. Giuliano has to shield and cut it back on his right. Baxter has some time, not under too much pressure. What a high ball. I think he was trying to lob the keeper from that position, and wasn't going to happen. It's like number 23, Alex Pauly's coming in for the number 7, Kashar Biswas.
For my lanyard. It's 80 minutes.
Hemstreet should be able to keep this in. Plays it inside, just in front of Silva. It's going to come out for a throw. It's going to be Onteora throw for the 21, Falcon Kraus. Nice turn. Goes with the strike number 2. The 5 will try to get a strike off. Baxter instead plays it inside to Paulie, and that will be half time. So the score stands at 1 apiece here at Leipold Field after an opening goal after about 10 minutes from Onteora's Jake Stern. Ellenville equalized about 10 minutes later from the number 10, Gavin Baxter. And that's where we stand at Leipold Field, 1-1 between Ellenville and Onteora. We'll be back for the second half. Welcome back to Leipold Field for the second half of Blue Devil Varsity Boys Soccer. It is Ellenville taking on Onteora, and the score is currently 1-1. This is Mr. Buckler coming to you on the commentary mic. And my camera operator today is Binny, so big shout out to Binny. Thank you for being here to operate the camera for this game. Only her second time operating a camera for the studio. Her first was only a few days ago at a football game, the opening football game of the season. And now she's here for the opening home soccer game of the Blue Devil Fall 2019 season. This is, as I mentioned, the first home game of the season for the Blue Devils. It's their second game overall. They won their first game 6-0 away at Highland this past Friday, and now they are home at Leipold Field, where it's currently 1 apiece against Onteora as Onteora get the second half underway. It's 5:17 local time here in Ellenville on Monday, September the 9th. So this game should conclude, at least full time will be about 5 or 7 minutes after 6 p.m. Kashar now on the right wing. So just to recap that the first goal came about 10 or maybe a few minutes less into the first half from Onteora's Jake Stern. It was a direct header from a corner kick. It went straight in the upper right-hand corner of the goal. Gave Sven Vustovic no chance in the Ellenville goal. Here's the throw in. Bounces once and Onteora keeper collects. And yeah, about 10 minutes after Jackson Scanlon got that header for Onteora, Ellenville's Gavin Baxter placed a wonderfully composed finish into the far corner, cutting in from the left side with an assist from number 23, Alex Paulie. And that was about 10 minutes after Onteora took the lead, and that tied the game up at 1-1 for the remainder of the first half. And now we're back for the second half. Lamandola can't quite keep it in. Lamandola wearing the bright pink boots. It's a deep throw. Giuliano is there to recover, and Sven Vustovic blasted up. Both keepers, though, had decent halves. They didn't really have a chance on either goal. Sven Vustovic, the header from Stern was just put right into the top corner, so he had no real chance at saving that one. And likewise, when Baxter placed it into the far corner, he just lifted it over the keeper. It didn't really give the keeper much of a chance to get on it. So 2 very good strikes in this game. And apart from that, it's 2 pretty good performances from both keepers. They both had a couple saves to make, and certainly in the last 10 minutes or so of the first half, Scanlon in goal for Onteora had quite a few punches to make, and he made 3 successively, and they were all successful. Ellenville plays it down to Baxter, and now he's got 3 in front of him. Kashar in front. Jeremiah to the right. Paulie to the left. Instead, they hold it up, looking for Guba, the 19. Keep it in, tries the nutmeg. Lays it back to Kashar. He tries the first time pass, but he's going to try to get it back from Falcon Kraus. Referee's going to say Ellenville free kick. Foul by Kraus on Kashar. So Giuliano steps up to take. He'll leave Lamandola and Corset and Ibrich back. But instead, Giuliano is going to go up for the header, it looks like. Either Guba or Kashar to float this one in. At the top of the box, looking for rebounds, you've got Barros and the 24, Jeremiah Irwin. And then in the box, you've got Baxter, Paulie, and Giuliano. Referee's going to make sure that the wall is honest and goes the full 10 yards. Looks like Guba's got a left foot, but Kashar is going to use his right to ping it up to the near post. Keeper's going to come, totally misses it, and there was no one there to catch the slip, as it were, or read that slip. Giuliano cuts it back. He left foot clear, crosses it into the midriff of the 7. And now he lofts it into the box, headed away, only as far as Barros. And Barros does well, but the 14 does equally well to clear it out. Does not concede the throw or the foul. So still a beautiful fall day here, September the 9th. And the shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Temperature just starting to go down, but a beautiful day for a game of soccer. Haven't had much rain here in the last few days or even weeks, so it's a fairly dry field. You can occasionally see the dust getting kicked up. I think looking for a Baxter down the wing, can't quite get it to him. But Lamandola will now look for him. Can't quite control his own header. Stop it from going out, so it will be goal kick to Liberty. There's a slight breeze coming across Leipold. That's going to be a foul on Kashar Biswas. He's still on the ground. It's going to take a moment to get up. Very similar position to where he won the previous free kick. This time he's down holding his leg. And Guba helps him to his feet. Giuliano's going to go for the quick strike. And he may have to retake it, so if it had gone in, it would not have counted. Giuliano trying to catch the keeper off guard, and therefore, I guess lucky for him, it was not on target. So he actually gets a do-over. He can either try to strike it again with his left, which he may just well do. The keeper now is really concerned, if he wasn't already, knowing that Giuliano could be lining this one up to strike to the far post. He does strike it. This time goes near post. Keeper makes a good save. Jackson Scanlon. Solid hands there as that strike was coming in hot. Corset misreads the ball totally, and it bounces into his hand. Unintentional, but nonetheless, definite handball. Played forward now to Paulie. Gets a decent header on it. Paulie will try to keep this in. Does keep it in. No handball. And now Baxter should be about to get that. Referee. The 14 there, Dan Rose. Getting a little into it with Gavin Baxter. And referee's going to probably ask to talk to the two of them, Gavin Baxter and the 14. Just want to make sure that everything is cool between the two players, Gavin Baxter and Dan Rose. Just getting into it a little bit. So referee wants to make sure that it doesn't escalate into anything further. It will be an Ellenville free kick that Baxter drew from the 14, and Giuliano will think about swinging his left boot at this one, probably looking for a cross to the back post. Baxter might try to get on it. 24, Jeremiah is going to make a near post run. The cross comes in. Where's the flick? It's going to be an own goal by the number 7. Baxter's going to celebrate like he scored it, but I think it was Lucian McMenemy with an own goal on about 7 minutes or 8 minutes gone. So Ellenville now leads 2-1 after that free kick was won by Baxter after the foul by Dan Rose. It was nicely swung in by Giuliano, a dangerous kick. Keeper missed it, And the defender, who was right next to him, Lucian McMenemy, I think, turned it in to his own goal. Totally accidental. Couldn't do much about it. Didn't see it coming. Thought the keeper was probably going to get it. And instead it goes in. So we are at 2-1 now. Blue Devils lead here at Leipold Field. With about 9 minutes gone now in the second half. The referee is just waiting on the sub to be off the field, I think, for Onteora. Checks the keepers are ready, and we'll be back underway.
No, we do sides. Yeah, I know that. And it's like they're behind. That's why I was like, wait. Oh, look at her. I'm sorry.
I think that's her natural face.
Who? I just pictured her face is like
Kashar plays it out wide to Lamandola, who has some time to get his head up, plays it inside to Barros. He plays it back to Lamandola. He might be striking that one to the back post. It's going to fall to the back post. They're going to say offside. Almost a nicely worked move from Paulie to Jeremiah, but I think they're going to give it offside against Alex Paulie, which may have been close. Kraus now playing right side.
Yeah, Tyler, keep going!
Lamandola's going to win that throw under good pressure. Giuliano's going to say, it's all right, I'll take it. So he's got Jeremiah in the box. Paulie. He's going to fall to the defender. He gets a good clearance. Baxter with a good strike. Solid connection on it. Not much they could do but block it. And then it's pumped out for yet another throw. Giuliano thinks about the short throw to Lamandola. He's going to launch it again, this time looking for the top of the box, the Baxter. He gets a weak first touch, but still has possession. He's going to work it with Giuliano. He can now cross it on his left boot, similar to how they got the goal just a few minutes ago. Kashar now. If that just came down a little bit quicker, he probably would have struck that one. And Nerman tries to play it through, but puts it out for a throw on the far side. So there might be no sub that I could see. Throw into Onteora. Here's Cressette. He's going to play it across, looking for Lamandola to push up. Steps into it nicely. And Ellenville really advancing in this second half now, really trying to put the pressure on Onteora. Giuliano, the great ball to the top of the box. It's going to bounce behind Paulie. Oh, and almost a back pass. Own goal, a goal-bound backwards header, I should say, but keeper read it well and was able to pick it up because it's a header. You're allowed to pick up a back pass if it's a head, from a head, but not if it's from a feet or from feet. And the player falls over. Barros tried to lay it quickly off to Kashar. Onteora trying to play it out the back. And hustle from Lamandola. Ellenville trying to build on their one-goal lead here. Onteora feeling the heat just a little bit. Lamandola again now. Tries to play it through. Can't get it past the 7. And now we have a sub. Yep, I think the first time we've seen him this half of 3 is in for the 24. So Mark Anthony Perez is in for Jeremiah Irwin. I think it's the first we've seen of Mark Anthony this half. Senior for Blue Devils. Lamandola going to play it short to Paulie. Referee's going to probably say foul throw. Or the throw has to be taken again for some reason. Not quite sure why. Paulie falls over. No foul. No foul on Kraus. And Kashar in the center of the park. That's such a great quick turn of speed. Light off a 23. Thought about the shot the first time. Probably should have hit it first time. He might have got a better bend on it. Instead, hits it second time. And that's harmlessly wide for Jackson Scanlon to worry about. 20 is out for Onteora.
Nice.
17 plays it through, but Giuliano can probably clear this one back. Baxter, don't think he it was never really gonna claim that stayed in. Didn't argue about it, and that's why he gets it back his way within a few seconds. So we're about 14 minutes in to the second half here at Leipold Field. We headed back by the 6 to the 7. Played inside. Kashar reads it well. Tries to find Mark Anthony Perez. He's going to find Barros on the left wing. He'll put it out for a throw.
Miss Cahill, she was like, "Is there an Ava in here?" And everybody goes, "Oh no." Cass was like,
Abridge under pressure in the center of the park. The 13 does well, and Corset does even better to win it through to Baxter. He thinks about the strike on his left, stutter steps, drags it wide, beats 2 now on his right foot. He plays it inside and good clearance. Good play from Corset to step up and push that ball forward. And a well won now against Giuliano. 11 Lamondola is there to help, and he just kicks it out. Giuliano probably frustrated that he gave that away. Onteora now. Can they get back into this game with an equalizer of their own? 15 tried the first time pass, and Ellenville does well now. But Onteora definitely in this game, hustling to get back in it.
I do it until you get to the first video. Yeah, until someone just like about 2 feet from you. Then you have to drop it.
The 7 traps it, plays it in. Nice cross. It's going to fall to an Onteora player who can strike it, but he just got way too much underneath it. It bounced not nicely for him, so he skies it way over. Sure, the Onteora coach will be encouraged by what he's seeing. To see his side getting back into it. Paulie can't get a touch. Barros to Bizwas. And Kashar can't quite keep Guba from running out of the field. Oh, nicely done. And again, by the left back. A nice turn, but Barros reads it well to get back. But Onteora on the attack again. It's going to bounce. A little bit of backspin there, almost caught Giuliano off guard. Mark Anthony Perez try to get a touch on the ball. Instead, it's going to commit the foul.
It's okay, Mark.
Onteora builds an attack on the left wing. Here comes the left-footed cross. It's low to the 13. And Ellenville does well to recover. Perez is going to hope that comes to him, but the 6 is much more interested in getting there first. Bizwas commits the foul on the 6. That's Simon Rands. Wins the free kick. Onteora coach sitting down on his bench. Eric Pizzello, Maxwell Mead, pacing with his hands behind his back. Both sides still well in this game. Ellenville leads 2-1 with about 19 minutes gone in the second half. Here comes the free kick. Going to be lofted to the back post. Things be just overhit a little bit, and they can't keep it from going out. Now a triple sub for Ellenville Blue Devils. It's going to be Chris Leone, Silva, and Jeremiah coming in. So Mark Anthony coming out, Paulie coming out, and Corsett coming out. So number 9, Fernando Silva, is going to be up front alongside the 24, Jeremiah Irwin. Meanwhile, Chris Leone will probably be right midfield. So cleared up by Giuliano. Going to look for Baxter. Leone gets a good touch to Silva, to Baxter now. He's got 2 players closing him down, but he still has the ball. Can he get past it? Now he shapes to his left foot strike to the back post. Gets the crowd very excited here. That's a great save by Scanlon in the goal. As that ball was probably headed to the back post. He got enough on it, and from this angle it looked like it perhaps was still going to roll into the back post, but it was a good save. But great attacking play, great hustle by Baxter to, under pressure, to keep the ball, fake right, go left, buy himself just enough space to get a good strike away. And managed to hit it pretty cleanly. So here's the corner kick to the near post. Flicked on. It's going to bounce once, bounce twice. Silva's going to try to get there. Oh, he fakes the defender. And in the end, it's going to bounce off of Silva to the keeper. Fernando Silva, number 9. It's going to bounce short, but good touch by the 13. Leone to Lamondola, finds Baxter. He's got a moment. Now to look up. Finds Silva. He's going to try the return pass. It's a little heavy, but it's going to fall off of Kraus back to Baxter's path. He's going to cut it back. Drops again to his left. Goes past one. Goes down. Maybe just out of bounds. If that was in, that could have easily been a penalty kick, but he goes down when the ball was out of bounds. So it's a corner kick on the far side. Kashar Biswa is going to come over to take this one. Giuliano says, I'll step up for this one. So Ibrich and Lamondola will stay back to watch the 13, Slate Scott. Let's see what Baxter and Biswas can do here. They play it short. Baxter to Kashar's right foot now. He tips it up a little bit too heavy to the back post. Just drops outside the box, but got a good backspin on it. Guba has a chance to keep it in. Recycle it. Leone. He can right foot cross it to the top of the box. Going to be deflected for a corner kick on the far side now, which I think Giuliano will come over to take with Guba. Onteora getting ready to make a double sub. Crossed into the near post. It's going to bounce low. Sometimes hard to deal with, but they do get it out. Giuliano thinks about who to play it to. He plays it to Ibrich, who lays it across the middle to Leone. He tries the short pass. And he passes now to the wing. Guba back inside to Biswas. Now Barros, nice play to 24. Great touches by Jeremiah. 24. Irwin there with some good control. And so it'll be a throw on the far side. Yeah, they're going to say it was an illegal throw, foul throw, because he threw it with one hand in a sideways motion, which is not allowed. So, for Coach Meade won't be impressed with a foul throw. So those are the basics that you should be doing, should be getting right even by JV level, let alone varsity level. So we're about 23 minutes gone here of 40 minutes in the second half. Ellenville leads 2-1 thanks to an own goal. It came from a Giuliano free kick, which was won by Gavin Baxter. And Giuliano's kick was unable to be read accurately by the keeper, and Lucian McMenemy conceded the own goal after about 8 minutes of the second half. So we've got about 15 or 16 minutes left. Ellenville trying to add to their lead. Onteora trying to tie this game back up. They did take the lead in the first half, don't forget. Oh, that's going to be a foul by Kashar Biswas. Double referee whistle. And they're probably going to give Kashar a yellow card, which means he'll have to leave the field. The referee says, yeah, you got to go. Yellow card against Kashar Biswas. So he'll have to take a seat for a few minutes. Alex Pauly is going to come in. And Biswas knows that he might be done for the day. He might not be. It wasn't a red card. He's not out for the game. But it wasn't the worst tackle I've seen. But both referees deemed it to be excessive. Hence the yellow card. Hence Kashar coming off. He's certainly a player that gives 100% all the time, Kashar Biswas. So now he's forced to take a little break. Played in, good touch to bring it down by the Onteora forward, and Ellenville has to clear this. Plenty of players there. Baxter will play it up, and Ellenville clears the danger. But Onteora knocking on the door.
Puerto Rico is part of
She's triggered. She's triggered.
Oh my gosh.
She's like territory.
Good play on the left wing. He's going to say he was held back, but no foul was given. No foul by Guba. Now the 13 again. This time gets past and gives it to the 5. He can left foot cross it in. Leon's there to clear it. Into the last 15 minutes of this game. Oh, nice turn by the 25, but cut out by Pauly. Oh, comes off the heels of Barrows, but Leon is there to keep the possession. Finds Jeremiah. And Guba now has it. He'll try not to lose it. Goes through his legs, but still has the ball. And now he looks down the wing for Jeremiah. And that bounces off his arm for a throw on the far side.
I don't do bad.
23, Pauly now.
Where's the ball? Can I be the ball girl? Go warm up with your team. Why did he look like that? You're just gonna pull muscle. Give the ball. Go warm up. I'm good. Hey. Will, I want to do it. You're leaving your team alone? Your team is warming up. What are you doing? Sitting down. Give it to him. Where are you going? What if your team?
So thrown on the far side for Onteora. Bounces up. Irwin does well to knock it down.
Yeah, that's also true. I don't think they do. They really didn't give a
And the ball. Onteora trying to attack down the center. Leon plays it up to Guba, who now has got a bit of space. Ellenville can finally get the ball down and play. Giuliano across, nicely done. Looks in front of him. He's got Baxter down the left wing. He's got Silver in the center. Brings it up to Baxter. And Baxter now has 3 players to beat. He's going to try it. He's got 2 standing up right in front of him. Might win the corner kick. He gets the low cross in. It's going to be cleared on as far as the 23, who may get a strike in. And Ellenville can't quite get a strike on target. Lamondola, though, will recycle it. But a poor pass inside, and now the 13, who may have been offside. Referee did not call it. 1-on-1 with Ibrich. Giuliano now back behind, and that's why he's there. And Giuliano being asked to do some work in the last few minutes to try to keep his side up by the lone goal that they find themselves. 2-1, don't forget. Headed back so that Scanlon can pick it up and quickly get it back underway to his left back. So we have about 12 or 11 minutes left in this second half. It's been an entertaining game of soccer. Ellen will probably edge the game in terms of possession so far and shots so far, both on and off target. Here comes the 24 now. Irwin going to win the corner kick. Excellent hustle from him to chase it, try to cross it, and the cross is blocked, but they win the corner. So now another substitution. Looks like Noah Hemstree going to come in for Guba. And it's going to be Ellenville corner kick. Paulie going to go over to take this one, I think. Giuliano will stay back with Ibrich. Paulie will try to swing this one in. Leon wants it. Going to come close to him. Goes just past him. Silva there. Oh, Silva had it. He could have blasted that one. He did get a decent connection on it, but it went wide. It did come off a defender, so it was blocked. But a good chance there for Fernando Silva to make it 3-1. Paulie goes from one corner flag to the next, and he'll swing this one in again. So they're done with the short corners for now, Ellenville. Gonna swing this one in. It's gonna go to the back post. Bounces over everyone. And Ellenville still has the ball. Now Onteora has it, and they can try to break. Giuliano should be able to clear it, but it's going to bounce awkwardly. Baxter is back to help out, and he clears it out of danger. So sub for Onteora now. The 25 going to come out, I think, for the 14. Dan Rose coming in for Dan Meisler. Oh, well won by Barros. He's got two in front of him. Finds Paulie to his side, who finds Baxter with some space on the left wing. He's got three inside of him. But the 20 does well. And he plays it short to the 7. Gets it back. And now he looks down the wing to the 14, but solid clearance from Giuliano, who's going to find Silva with that clearance. Silva with a decent first touch. And number 6 can turn. Hemstree, fresh off the bench. Ibrich. Going to lose out to the 13. A little nudge, no foul. Gets it through his legs. He's going to block it, and it's out for a throw. So a good tussle there between the 13 and Ibrich. 13 is Slate Scott. And they're going to hope that rolls out for a goal kick, which it does. So we've got about 8 minutes left here at Leipold Field in this game. It's currently Ellenville 2, Onteora 1. Onteora going from left to right this half in the white shirts, black shorts. Ellenville going from right to left in the all blue. And Ellenville leads as it stands. Looking to go 2 for 2 this season. Yeah, nice trap by Lamondola. Got a lot of the girls varsity team watching this game, having finished their practice for the day. Baxter inside to Barros, sits up for him, stepped over it by Irwin. Ellenville would love to have a good crack on goal here and test that keeper one more time this half. It's a good ball down the line. Leon can't clear it because he might have given away a foul. Nice cross inside. Keeper, though, hasn't had much to do this half. Spen Vusatovic, but comes out nicely for that one. Paulie does well. Plays it back to Giuliano, who pings it to the right wing, and I think Oh, we can't quite keep it in Hem Street. If he's wearing some kind of knee brace, he might not have his full sprinting or speed ability available to him anymore, at least for the rest of this game. Let's head it into Coach Mead's car. Nice throw inside. Average does well. And Kraus does well to drop the shoulder and then play it backwards, but Silva has plenty of energy to close down the keeper, force him to play a heavy pass wide, which the 6 could not keep in. The 6 is Simon Rands. So now if Ratil's going to come in, I think the 5 Ibrich is going to come out. It's like Crossette's going to come in, Leon's going to come out. And Irwin might be sitting out as well. No, Leon is staying in. A nice play by the 7, almost wins the foul against Lamondola. Now the 14's against Giuliano. Almost steps on the ball. And Giuliano's going to win that throw. Silva with a good touch. He's got a little bit of time. Finds Pauly under pressure though from the 5, and the 5 gets it to the 7. And Onteora still composed in their building of their attacks. Here comes a ball launched towards the crowd by Giuliano. The 7 will throw this one in. About 5 minutes, maybe less. He's going to tell the 7 just to go back a few steps. That's Lucian McMenemy. Oh, and Kraus can't keep that one in. So Silva is going to let someone else take this throw. It's going to be Lamondola. He's going to look for Baxter. Can Ellenville close this game out with one more goal? It's been a good test today against Onteora, and it's not over yet. Nice touch. Nice play by the 20 to bring that out of defense. That's Loic Roels, who was mostly playing center forward in the first half. This half he's now playing much more defensive central position for Onteora. The 5 brings it inside, beats 2, beats 3. And finally Ibrich can clear it. Might have been a handball, I think, by Kraus. It was. I'm not sure if the referee was going to call that on him, but they did. And so Ellenville will have a free kick from a decent position, which they'll be in no rush to take. Justin Giuliano is looking to the ref, asking how long left. And by my watch, we're at about 4 minutes. So don't forget, the only goal from this half came from a very similar position. Giuliano whipped in a free kick from this position with his left foot. Keeper misread it, and it bounced off of an Onteora defender. Let's see what happens this time. Can they get the volley or the header on? It's a nice corner in. Silva gets there. Near post, well cleared this time by Onteora. Giuliano gets it onto his right foot now, clips up to the back post. Goes to one of Ellenville's shortest players, but played back inside. Always going to be a stretch for Ifratil Huck to win a header. But he will try. And that's going to be a corner kick anyway to Ellenville, so a good hustle from the Blue Devils. About 3 minutes of time left if the scoreline stays like this. Decent corner kick, nice and high. Leon gets a touch on it, but the referee's going to say that he climbed on the player to get the height on it. So it's going to be a free kick to Onteora. Leon high fives. The 20, though, is just to say no hard feelings there against Loic Roels. And now Onteora bring the ball out with only about 2.5 minutes left, I think, by my watch. Let's see what happens. Way too heavy pass down the left wing. And now the coach, Pizzello, is on his feet, along with Coach Mead. As they both know, there's not long left in this game, and this game is far from over at 2-1. Ellenville desperate to hold on to get their second win of the season. And the ball's played through, which Ellenville needs to be cognizant of it. And they're just switching off a tiny bit. They need to stay fully alert these last couple minutes. Good clearance. And now it's pinged forward, and Ellenville has a good chance here. Silva is going to take on the keeper, who's out of his box. He does well to find the 9. And also that's a foul, I think, by Hemstreet on the 9. It's Sambuono, the 9 for Onteora. The free kick taken perhaps too quickly or out of position. So they'll be told to take it again. Into the final 2 minutes now at Leipold Field. Played up and high into the center.
Good step, Chris. Yeah, Chris, keep going.
Baxter blocks it with his middle. I know he's going to check back. May have caught that one in the groin. I think he did. Looks painful. He's trying to recover from this one. I think he'll be all right. Those do hurt. And now the 6 is on the 6. And nice. Ellenville's 6 wins it. Hemstreet now can bring it down the wing. Looking inside to find Silva. Doesn't take the free kick. Takes the advantage. Gets it back from Silva. Can he cross it? He's going to win the corner kick, Ellenville. And by my watch, we're at right about 40 minutes. So not long left in this game now. Whatever extra time the referees want to add. We've had a goal. We've had plenty of subs. We've had a yellow card, don't forget, to Biswas. But we are now in the very final stages of this game. Ellenville, can they hold on to this 2-1 lead? Coach Mead, I'm sure, is anxious. The low corner. It's a poor one. Paulie's definitely getting tired out there. He's putting a good shift today. A heavy ball forward now. Giuliano's going to have to let his keeper collect it, and he does. An excellent job of clearing that. Oh, and the keeper is down after a collision with the 14 of Onteora, Dan Rose. And he may have taken a slight knock to the face there. And the referee, I think, has the red card out. He may have given the red card to the number 14. I think he did. And so Ellenville's keeper looks like he's a bit hurt. They're going to call Coach Mead out to the field to assess the injury, as he took a hard hit there. It's a shame the game was almost over. Did really, really bravely there. Spen Vucetovic, he's had an excellent game. And just then he did really well to be brave. Giuliano left it for him. Vucetovic made an excellent clearance. Didn't miss, kicked it. If he had totally missed it, then Onteora would have been through with an easy 2-2 situation. But instead, he did exactly what was asked of him. And then he was, looks like he was taken out after the ball had been kicked by the 14, Dan Rose. And so Rose was shown the red card, and say we're right at the end of the game. The final whistle was about to be blown any moment. I wouldn't be surprised if the referees do just call the game essentially over at this point. All right, so it looks like they have called the game. It will be a victory for Ellenville, 2-1, as we were moments away from the final whistle being blown. And then the injury was sustained by Vucetovic in goal. As I said, that was mere moments away from the final whistle, so they have decided to call the game, as they would have only had them back out on the field for a few seconds, only to blow the final whistle anyway. So with the injury to Vucetovic, we hope he's okay. And that will bring the game to a close. Blue Devils win 2-1, but it's not a fully positive day at Leipold Field, as they've obviously got an injury concern now for their starting goalkeeper, Spen Vucetovic. But this has been Mr. Buckler bringing you the broadcast. We're going to give a big round of applause. Make sure we see the Blue Devils as they come over to give a round of applause to their fans, and we do the same to them for putting in a great shift and a good result today. Ellenville goes 2-0 for the season, thanks to a first half goal from Gavin Baxter and a second half own goal from Lucian McMenemy after a free kick from Giuliano. And that was an all-round great performance by the Blue Devils. And our our thoughts are with Vucetovic. We hope he's okay. And we hope that he's back for the next game for the Blue Devils. But that will do it for us from Leipold Field. Big shout out to my camera lady, Benny. Thank you so much for being here to help me out. And a big shout out to all the fans here coming out to support the Blue Devils. We will catch you all next time for the next soccer game, the next home game. Blue Devils have they have a trio or a quad of away games. Spackenkill, Rhinebeck, Onteora, Rondout, and then on September 23rd, they'll be home against Spackenkill for a Mahal Division 3 game at 4:15 p.m. This is Mr. Buckler signing off from Leipold Field. Thanks again.